Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. All praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the name of the Father, who people ignorantly call God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who people ignorantly call Jesus. Bahashem Rakakwadash. That's in the name of the Holy Spirit. That's where we get our revelation, our knowledge, our wisdom, and understanding through these scriptures. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, out there that's constantly fighting the good fight of faith, Lord will to the end, and double honors to the apostles, the elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth. And Lord, will this lesson be edifying to the elect. Going in today on Folly is set in great dignity, and this is just going in on how this world, I say this world as a whole, especially now with the social media platforms that's out there, that's the main thing that goes on, especially here in Babylon, aka America. Folly. And when you go into this word folly, I'm gonna bring it out. It's in the blue letter. It's H5529. Simply just saying silliness, concretely and collectively, dolts folly. So just being just a real silly person, and that's folly in this land. Everybody just want to be real silly. And when you come up against someone that's when people come up against people that are austere, they're considered mean. They're considered maybe even assholes, which is all right, because we're not looking to be loved here in this world. We understand that that's how it was for Yahweh Shai, who people ignorantly call Jesus. He was hated. He was hated for being against the world that he was a part of at that time. Just as we are, in this time, in this age, so we're it's just bound to happen. If you stand for truth, you're gonna come up against wickedness. And with us, everything is looked at from the outside of the society looks at, what we're doing is wrong and what they're doing is right. Going in the freeway and marching and standing for, for your rights, that's that seems like that's the right thing to do. Having these award shows and, being dripped in diamonds and in the world, that seems like the right thing to do right now with all the things that's going on in the world. While Trump over there, even though he's just the face of the elites, but it's still going on, where all these different legislations are being signed. They got in Guantanamo Bay is being reopened for the migrants. It's all kind of things. I think it was a USAA. It's like it's USAA ID or something, I believe it's called, where they shutting that down. So he's not just cutting the head off, because usually when leadership, when a new leader comes in, especially in the office, they'll cancel the heads. But instead, hey, Trump, he's not playing, and he's going for, those that are the actual workers, those that actually know the system. He's getting rid of them because he know the majority of them are not on his side, so he's getting rid of them. So that's a lot of jobs that's going to be taken away, as well as that's going to just it's going to be like a domino effect, that it's going to affect other things, because you're going to have new personnel that's going to come in that don't know the system, so it's bound to F up something. Instead of make things better, it's going to make it worse. But hey, we're all for it. Hey, keep on pushing. Donald Trump, go on and keep on, keep on doing what you're doing, because you can see how it's a lot of uproars of the people. Why everybody is it is still all this folly that's going on within in Babylon the Great. So again, I'm just going to bring out a few scriptures, and Lord will this lesson be edifying to the elect. So Ecclesiastes 10:6, folly is set in great dignity. It's appreciated as well as rewarded to be in folly, to be silly here, to be a complete uh, cornball and just to be real silly and just a damn fool here is promoted here to be a damn just that's why everybody trying to come up with new fad, something, the new trend and the newest trend, whatever it is, that's what gets the recognition. That's because this place is set like that. They're not creating men anymore like that. They're not creating women. They're not, schools are not there to promote, and to guide and to bring up men and women. They're here to create fools. That's why the majority of the youth that are coming up through school, they don't know too much of anything. You can ask them some simple, a multiplication, 9 times 7, and they'll be flabbergasted. Or you'll tell them what's your different continents, or just all kind of just some of the basic things. You definitely better not going into the scriptures on them. They have no understanding of it. But that's because folly is set in great dignity. And why is that? That's because of who's in charge. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he's running the show, man. So he loves to see people, because not just our people, he got his own stuck into this groove of being fools and being a puppet. He don't want people to think for themselves. He don't want people to think outside the box. Even though you got all these different apps, and it's a whole lot of ways for people to come up and get money nowadays. Getting money is not a issue anymore, because you got some people and they're making millions and millions of dollars. And how are they making it? By being a fool, being that like that what they call him, I forget what they call him, I'm gonna put a picture of it. But basically he's the clown for the king. And that's how, the majority are. You got men and women being clowns. That's why you got all these pod shows and, all these different platforms that's set up out here. And all it is just folly. It's just people just being just vain as hell. It's no substance to it. So it says folly is set in great dignity. And this is, you could call it what you want. You could say jealous. You could say whatever you would like. Is we hate wickedness. And as we know, when the scripture speak about, it says wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. And that's because the wicked are in authority. We get it. We understand it. But we're here to let the people know, like, hey, this is what it is. And the elect are going to catch it. The elect are going to see that the wicked are ruling. So that's why the earth is in the situation that it is in currently. Because when the scriptures speak about, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And you can see how the world is. So people are just put their minds on folly and bullshit. That's why you could get caught up if you're not tapped in, man. You could sit on TikTok for hours. You could sit on damn the YouTube or Instagram or any of these different platforms and get stuck for hours watching folly, watching bullshit. And that's what it's set up to do. It's set up to, have people's minds detached from really what's really going on in the world. While you got people over there in Russia, they not on the same type of level. I saw this one clip. I'm gonna get to the scriptures. It showed a little clip where it was a father and his two younger sons. His son's probably about 7, and one of them maybe about 5. And they were outside. It was snowing. All they had was with trunks on, swimming trunks. All 3 of them. And the mother was out there just recording them. And they're in the snow, first of all, and then the 7-year-old son comes, and the father picks him up and puts him into a thing of water, ice cold water. Just dumps him. Boom. The son, he holds his nose, goes up under for a few seconds, comes up. Dad picks him up, put him down on the snow. Now all this time he barefoot. The other little boy, 5-year-old, his turn. He next. Pick him up, put him in the water boot. Son does the same thing. Goes up under with water, holds his breath for a few seconds, then comes up. Dad picks him up, put him outside the snow. Boom. You would think it's done there. Like, man, that's amazing just in itself for that. You in the snow, in your trunks, getting the cold ass water. And that's a lot right there. But then the father, tells him, "Come here, son." And then he grabs a handful of snow and just begins to rub it all over him, just to show the difference between Americans and these other countries. It's a total difference in the raising. You got those. I believe it was in China. It might have been it might have been Russia, wherever it was. There was little kids and they was in their classroom putting together. I believe it was AKs, putting them together and breaking them down. Putting them together, breaking them down. You got them where they doing martial arts. All together. It just go to show the difference, the mind state of here in Babylon the Great is totally watered down. You got kids, all they do is just stay on their phones, stay on their tablets all day. And but not getting no type of training. That's why, hey, you got a bunch of fat ass people here, fat ass kids, obese parents. That's because folly is set in great dignity is promoted here. It's promoted. Just sit on your ass. Don't do nothing. Just watch, the different TikToks and the different YouTubes and get caught up in that. Don't read a book. You got the phone full of information, but people are not going to take the time out to read at all. That's because folly is set in great dignity here. Is promoted here. People get rich off of being being fools. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. And that rich is those that's of the elect. They rich in faith. They got the understanding. They know what's going on. The elect, they see, but they on the bottom here. I'm gonna read this in the NLT, and I'm gonna keep going. This is Ecclesiastes 10:6 in the NLT. It says, "When they give great authority to foolish people, and low positions to people of proven worth." That's the fact, man. Because the elect, hey, from the apostles and elders on down, hey, they should be on a total different platform, on a plateau, But hey, that's how it's set up, though. The Heavenly Father got it set up where those that are really wise they don't have no glory here in this time. They're not gonna get no praise in this time, and that's how we prefer it that way. What does Scripture speak about? Last being first and first being last. So hey, it's I believe it's like that. It might have been the other way around, but the point is, hey, those that's of the elect, hey, we're not gonna live it up here. We get what we need here, and we get in and get out. Some brothers may get more, and ain't nothing wrong if you could get it. If you could come up in this place, as Scripture speak about using this world, don't abuse it. Get what you could get out of it. So verse 7, it says, "I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth." And that make me think about that. I believe it's Roosevelt. If I remember, I'm gonna put a picture up of it, a screenshot or something. How that damn devil is he riding on a horse, and then he got he got Jakes on both sides of him. Well, he got a so-called African and then a so-called Native American on one on each side. They took that down. I think it was like a few years ago. They took that down because of the controversy people began to see. But it was up for years before people finally got outraged. It's because, to me, I believe it's because of the truth. The truth began to get pushed out, and it brought light to it. Just like the Georgia Guidestones. At one time those things, they were up for years, and then all of a sudden they just came up missing. They were no longer there. It's not by coincidence. This truth it pushes, and then it brings attention, brings the light, to this dark ass world. Excuse me, and that's what happens. It's a revealer. This truth it reveals things. But back to the point, folly, man, in this world is promoted here. So I'm gonna jump to this next one. This shouldn't be that long, Lord will. This is Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 28. It says, "When the wicked rise, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase." And that's why we looking forward to Esau getting put out in this place, because wickedness is flourishing at an all-time high. It just constantly birthing the next one. It's a plague. It's just constantly just growing more and more. As well as you're gonna have the righteous, but that's a small remnant. 144,000, as well as the 1/3 of men, women, and children. That's a small remnant compared to 2/3. 2/3 is going to be it's a whole lot, but it's okay, because that 1/3 is a very, very important, very important. So it says, when the wicked rise, men hide themselves, and that's what's going on now. So everybody they'll shut up and just to go along to get along. They'll join in because they figured, why not? I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna have some fun. They got that YOLO type of attitude, thinking that, oh shit, you only live once, so I'm gonna just live it up. And if you get tired of hearing us condemning the wicked, turn the video off. Don't watch it. You trying to hear what the next thing, like we're gonna end up saying something that's gonna, better, that's gonna change up. No, we're gonna keep saying the same thing. And if you are the elect, and this is gonna be condemning to you, but it's in a way where you able to receive it though. You able to grasp it and say, oh, yep, I believe it, and you might even be a part of that. But it's a separation that's got to take place, and you willing to take it, because that's what the Heavenly Father is about. He's a separatist. He not here to bring everybody all together. He's about separating the wheat from the tare. He's a separatist in this. So I'm gonna go to this next one. This is James chapter 2 and James 2 and 3. It says, "And ye have respect to him that weareth." Hold on, let me make sure this is the right one. James 2 and 3. Yeah, I'm gonna read down to verse 5 though. James chapter 2 and 3. "And ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, Sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, Stand thou there, or sit here under my footstool. Are ye not then partial in yourselves?" Hold on, I think I'm in a wrong verse. Let me see. Let me make sure. All right, yeah, that was right. Salaki. James chapter 2 and 3. "And ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, Sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, Stand thou there, or sit here under my footstool." So, those that, are are all into this world, they get promoted. They get, they get a lot of attention, you know. It says, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there. And those that's the poor, that's the elect. We ain't got shit here. And it's not that we you know comparing. If you want to do the comparing thing, we don't have nothing here, because we understand that this is not our rest. We're not here to try to become multi-millionaires here. It says, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or sit here under my footstool. Are ye not then partial in yourselves, and are become judges of evil thoughts? Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world? That's the elect. The poor of this world, rich in faith. That's where we get it. That's our riches, storing up our riches in heaven. That's where we get that blessing from. It's through this truth. This is where we're able to thrive in. This is what we supersede in. This is what we gravitate to, and we grow, and we get nourished, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. This is what sustains us. This is what's going to keep us. This is what we promote. This is what we invest in. Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him. And those that's of the elect love Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's all we talk about. That's why the majority can't get with us. Because they can't see. They can't see. They don't have faith. They don't have faith, and they don't believe. They don't trust, the process. So what do? They grasp hold of the things of this world, and they become, they endeavor to come joining hand in hand with this damn devil, and become just as wicked as he is, if not more so. But we distance ourselves from the things of this world, and be in a folly ass state. Not that we don't get our laugh on. We have good times at times, but we not walking around like no goddamn no fools. We're not walking around trying to be trying to be Mr. Pickett, trying to make everybody giggle and laugh all the goddamn time. Because we know the times we in, how serious things are right now. It's a lot of seriousness going on, while the majority are trying to just come up in this world. That's why we just live simple lives. It's just keeping things simple, not getting too drastic with it, because you start getting into the things of this world, and you like, man, shit. You start beginning to distance yourself from the truth, when the things that's most important is the truth. I'm going to get this last one, and I'm going to close it. This is Isaiah chapter 5. Let me see. Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. But it's all going to end soon, He that laughs the loudest. All this a bunch of bullshit. All you motherfuckers smoking all this weed, you just smoking, having a good time. That was one of the worst things they did. Legalize this goddamn marijuana. Now everybody and their mama want to smoke. It used to be some type of, a respect about it, and you wasn't just chiefing. Now everybody just a chiefing. But that's that folly though. And got everybody dumbed down. Cause you motherfuckers smoking, they just as goddamn silly as a golf ball. They just dumb as hell. Don't have no they tuned out. And then they mixing all kind of chemicals into the weed now. You ain't getting no pure cannabis no more, unless you're growing it yourself. And even then you gotta be careful, because where them seeds come from. Anyway, Isaiah 5 and 20, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. And that's how they're doing now. Everything that's considered good is considered evil. You say something about Jesus, Cristo, Jesus, that he's not a so-called white man, and that's definitely not his name, you getting banned. You getting spoken evil of. Kendrick Lamar, everybody promoting him all year. He walk out on stage with big ass iced out chain of Christo, Jesus. He's saying hey, give praise to the Most High. And what about his son that you got on your chain? And that ain't even him. That definitely ain't no representative, because that looks straight like Christo. But anyway, it says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. This world is turned upside down. But hey, soon everything's going to be turned right side up, and everything's going to be in its rightful order. And those that's supposed to be, that's going to be in power, are going to be those that's of the elect. It's going to be, things are going to be put in its rightful order. Like the scriptures say, the favorite one, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. Esau, the so-called white man, and then Jacob is the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. That's going to be the ones that's of the elect, are going to be in power. Why this damn devil, he's going to take his back seat, where he belonged, not even a back seat. And he's going to be put in a trunk. Because right now, everything is all out of whack. Everything's out of order. The women out of order. The children are out of order. The men are out of order. Everybody's all, out of order, while the hopeful elect are endeavoring to, get in order, and as well as, speak against it. And we understand that we can't put it back in order. We could put us in order, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But, we're not trying to fix, this world. We're not trying to go around and say, hey, you need to, we telling people to repent. But we're not trying to convert nobody, because it's not up to us. It's through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He's the one that's going to do he's the one that opens up the eyes and, have you being able to hear this truth. Otherwise, it's like want to you. Otherwise, it's like we're bashing you. You just hear all bad, and you don't hear the good. But you could turn on the radio, or you could turn on your phone and listen to prime music, and listen to the most vulgar music ever. But what we're saying is blasphemy. That's how you could tell this place is all backwards, man. It's full of hypocrites. Lord with us is edifying the elect, though. And with that, all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, out there fighting this good fight of faith. Lord will to the end. Till next time, Lord will. Shalom.